deck tilts as fishermen haul in a heavy line, the water boiling with motion. A large octopus clings stubbornly, its arms wrapped around the rope suction cups, sticking fast. Black ink clouds the surface, spreading quickly across the waves. Its skin shifts from dark brown to a mottled red, blending with the shadows of the sea. The men pull steadily, boots sliding on the wet planks, each tug a battle of strength and patience. Why would anyone risk so much against such a relentless catch? In Japan's coastal villages, the answer is older than memory. This is more than fishing, it is heritage packed with the ocean, a story of survival and tradition carried forward for centuries. If you are ready to dive into this dramatic journey, comment 1 below to let me know. It is a creature that seems designed to unsettle. The head bulges like a swollen dome, the eyes wide and unblinking, staring as if they see beyond the surface. 8 arms stretch outward, each covered with rows of suction cups that grip with astonishing force. Wet skin glistens under the light, shifting from deep red to pale gray in seconds. The body bends and twists with no bones to hold it, able to slide through gaps no wider than a few inches. When threatened, it clouds the sea with a burst of black ink, vanishing into the currents like smoke into night air. Yet its most dangerous weapon is not strength, but intelligence. Tests reveal it can open bottle caps, navigate mazes, and even use shells or stones as makeshift shields. Its brain, relative to its body, is among the largest of all invertebrates. Such skills make it both admired and feared. For fishermen, this soft-bodied phantom is not just prey, it is a challenge, a rival in a contest of wit and patience. And as the nets and lines are prepared, the cultural bond between Japan and this enigmatic animal becomes impossible to ignore. In Japan, the octopus is more than food. It is a staple of daily life and celebration alike. Slices of raw tentacle glisten on sushi platters, while sashimi reveals its subtle sweetness with every bite. On crowded festival streets, smoke rises from iron grills where skewered arms sizzle, releasing a salty aroma that clings to the air. Takoyaki stalls draw long lines, each ball crisp on the outside, steaming with tender octopus within. At Tsukiji and now Toyosu, the sight is unforgettable. Bright red bodies coil tightly, suction cups pressed together, stacked in wooden crates. The market hums with the cries of vendors, the clatter of knives, the damp chill of melting ice spreading across the floor. Here the octopus is not just a catch, it is a symbol. It carries the weight of tradition, appearing in art, folklore, and the shared memory of a nation. From this cultural stage, the story returns to the sea, where fishermen test their skill against the elusive creature itself. Centuries ago, Japanese fishermen discovered a quiet trick. They lowered sake jars, each about 2 feet tall, to the sea floor. To an octopus searching for shelter, the jar seemed like a safe cave. By dawn, the fishermen hauled the rope, and inside lay a captive with coiled arms and glaring eyes. The deck filled with rows of jars, each one hiding a writhing prize. No shouts, no crashing nets, just the quiet thrill of patience rewarded. Along the coast, others turned to bamboo. Cylindrical traps woven by hand, baited with fish scraps, sank into sandy beds. The design was simple yet deadly effective. An octopus crawled in for a meal only to find the exit sealed by its own body. Each trap told a story of craft and persistence, a blend of wood rope and human ingenuity. Unlike the roar of steel engines, these methods spoke of subtlety. They reflected harmony with the sea proof that survival could come not from brute force, but from understanding its mysteries. From these traditions, new techniques would rise, pushing the struggle between man and octopus into more dangerous waters. Stretching across the dark water, a single line can run for hundreds of feet. Along it hang hundreds of barbed hooks, each glittering faintly as the sun breaks the horizon. The bait is strange and varied white shells, shards of bright ceramic and artificial lures painted in vivid reds and blues. They dangle in the currents like strange jewels designed to tempt one of the ocean's most curious hunters. The waiting begins in silence. Fishermen scan the waves, reading the color of the water, the slope of the seabed, the scatter of bait fish. Generations have taught them that octopuses hide in reefs, rubble, or shadowed sand. Then comes the tremor on the line, the subtle pull that quickens the heart. A soft arm wraps around the hook suction cups, locking with merciless grip. What follows is chaos. Ink bursts upward in thick black clouds, staining the deck and burning the nose with a sharp smell. The octopus thrashes wildly, its tentacles coiling around ropes, even around the fisherman's arm. The struggle is fierce, a contest of balance and endurance. Inch by inch, the creature is dragged upward, its body shifting colors from crimson to ghostly gray. At last, it crashes onto the wooden planks, weighing dozens of pounds, muscle still pulsing. The victory feels primal, like winning a match in an ancient martial art. In this clash between man and sea, every catch is proof of patience, strength, and an unspoken respect for the life just taken. In every fishing village, tales circulate of young men eager to prove themselves. Some drop their long lines too close to jagged reefs and return with nothing but shredded ropes and the loss of hundreds of hooks. The sea punishes haste and failure, cuts deep, leaving both shame and silence on the dock. Old fishermen remind them with a simple truth: we do not only cast lines into the sea, we cast our souls with them. It is a lesson carved by storms, by empty nets, by the smell of salt and rust lingering on the skin. Skills cannot be written in books, they live in the eyes, watching waves in the hands, feeling current in the patience to sense where prey hides. These traditions passed from father to son carry more than knowledge. They carry survival itself, and they prepare the next generation for choices between tradition and the temptations of modern power. The methods of catching octopus reveal a spectrum of philosophy. Ceramic jars lie silently on the seabed, demanding little effort, but yielding only modest results. Bamboo traps woven with care capture more, yet require long hours of labor before they ever touch the water. Long lines stretching hundreds of feet with rows of glittering hooks deliver larger hauls, but they also demand patience, strength, and a willingness to risk tangled ropes, broken gear, or even lost lives. Then there is the industrial trawler. Massive steel vessels drag heavy nets across the seafloor, pulling in tons of octopus along with countless other creatures. The yield is enormous, but the price is steep, crushed habitats, dead bycatch, and a scarred ocean floor. Amid these choices, many Japanese fishermen remain loyal to longline fishing. For them, it preserves not only tradition, but also honor, proving that survival can be balanced with respect for the sea. The boats return at dusk, their decks smeared with black stains of ink and the sharp tang of salt in the air. Piles of octopus lie tangled together, their arms still twitching, suction cups clinging to wood ropes, even each other. Laughter breaks out among the crew, mixing with the rhythmic slap of waves against the hull. Exhaustion lingers, but so does triumph, turning the end of labor into a moment of celebration. At the market, the catch transforms into spectacle. Crimson bodies glisten on ice tentacles, coiled tight as if guarding their own secrets. Vendors shout above the din, knives flash, and the smell of sea and iron fills the narrow aisles. Within hours, these creatures become sushi skewers or takoyaki sizzling in the night air. Octopus fishing is more than a livelihood. It is a fragile bridge between man and sea, binding survival to tradition. Every line cast into the water ties the present to the past, linking today's fishermen with ancestors who once trusted wooden boats and simple ropes. The ocean provides food and fortune, yet it also delivers storms, loss, and fear. That tension shapes a culture, leaving behind a heritage as complex as the creature itself. But questions remain. Can this tradition endure in an age of steel trawlers, factory fleets, and rising seas? Or will the voices of old fishermen fade beneath the roar of modern industry and the shadow of climate change? If this story moved you, share your thoughts in the comments. Would you fight to preserve such traditions or let them drift away with time? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the next journey into the world's most extraordinary fisheries.